One of the toughest challenges a sports game faces is building a sense of achievement, making us feel like we're there, either front row managing our favourite team or living the thrill-seeking moment ourselves. And it's for this very reason why free-ride mountain biking game Descenders offers such a tense and exhilarating experience. The true organic feel of the mountain biking here comes down to the two distinct reasons: an excellent physics model that puts you in complete control, and a brilliant risk and reward system that forces you to challenge yourself. Upon starting the game, you're shown to the home camp, a small area that offers 4 different trails to practice on, each challenging you to learn a different mechanic. What I instantly loved was how developers RageSquid had opted for a kind of skate approach to the controls. Accelerating, braking and steering are all as you'd expect from any racing game, but moving into the tricks and you'll need to master that right thumbstick. Flicking down and then up offers you the option of a bunny hop, which is a vital skill in the latter stages. The right thumbstick also plays dividends while in the air, acting as a tweet option or providing some much needed help when trying to stomp down a clean 360. Although the camp provides some fun, it's not until you venture into the first area of the Highlands that Descender comes alive, and boy oh boy does it come alive. Every trail you ride down in the game is procedurally generated, which means there is a lot of emphasis on both your reaction times and your skill level in the game. The opening area does a brilliant job of introducing you to different elements of Descenders, providing some decent kickers for you to hit some clean tricks on and a couple of banked corners for you to practice your cornering. Although every trail is procedurally generated, you do have some control over what the trail offers. After finishing the first path of an area, you can choose from one of 3 different routes, all of which offer something different. Some are steep, some are curvy, and some have a heckload of jumps. What will no doubt influence your decision is your side objective, as completing this offers you an extra life. Now, if you're thinking, why on earth do I need an extra life in a mountain biking game? Well, that's because I forgot to tell you that Descenders features some roguelike tendencies, which is where the risk and reward system comes in. The levelling up section of the game is linked to your reputation points, and as you'd expect, performing better runs will reward you with more rep points. But what you may not expect is that every crash will deduct some of these rep points, and if you lose all your lives in a run, then your rep points can take a pretty noticeable hit, and it's back to the camp for you. This approach often had me pushing myself to learn more of the game, while hitting bigger tricks and linking combos together with skids and wheelies offers a lot more rep, but also brought a lot higher risk of crashing or leaving the run with fewer points than I started with. Although reaching the higher leagues is tied to your rep points, it doesn't appear that much of the cosmetic equipment is. Every time I finished a run, either through crashing or by choice, I was awarded with another top, shorts, goggles or sometimes even a bike. As far as I can tell, only your sponsorship clothing is tied to reaching a higher level, along with some Descenders branded gear, which is tied to unlocking new locations. At the moment, there are 4 different locations for you to ride through, all of which drastically challenge you in a different way. The Highlands act as a great starting point, with some mellow corners and versatile jumps. The forest is brutally narrow and regularly throws stunts at you that requires real intricate handling. The canyon is frighteningly quick, with huge kickers that unless you control your speed, you'll soon be eating the sand. And the final snow stage, well, I've only had 1 run on this bad boy and that didn't exactly go very well. When first starting in Descenders, you'll always need to start at the Highlands, and if you clear all 5 trials with lives remaining, you'll head to the forest and so on and so on. But this doesn't always have to be the case, as each location's final trial is a boss jump. Yep, you heard me correctly, a boss jump. These death-defying sections will see you jump over moving trains or clear at awe-inspiring canyons. What's great about these is that successfully landing a boss jump 3 times grants you a shortcut straight to a new area, so you'll no longer need to start in the Highlands, although trust me when I say you'll be wishing you were back in the opening stages. Descenders is currently in early access on Steam and coming to Xbox Game Preview very soon. The game has been confirmed for both a PS4 and Nintendo Switch release. Despite the early access build of Descenders, I can't remember the last time a sports game grabbed me so hard. The combination of tight physics and painstakingly hard risk and reward system means that when you hit the perfect run while blitzing through the desert at 70 km an hour, you can't help but feel like an absolute boss. Not many games capture the nuances of their sport like Descenders does, and I cannot wait to see what else the game offers before its full release. For more indie game reviews, why not check out our recent review of Aegis Defenders, also available on Nintendo Switch and PS4. Or to keep up to date with the latest indie game news or even hear what we've been playing, why not check out the Indie Credible podcast. And for more on indie games, make sure you subscribe and head on over to indie-credible.com.